Hi guys, welcome back. So today I want to share with you a company I'm very excited about. It's a NIO in beta version, and I think we have caught it at an early stage. If NIO is a baby, then this one is a newborn. Now let's begin. This is a company that I've been recommended many times in the past week. It is the most mentioned stocks right after NIO. If you have been following, then you might guess which one I'm talking about. That's right, it's the company Ehang, ticker symbol EH. On Monday, I first recommended it, and I said I bought it at around 20 and 21. And then the next day, it went up 20%. And then on Wednesday, I said again that every time there is a Chinese stock delisting news, there is a good buying opportunity. And I said I really like EH, and I see such good potential of it. And on Friday, I said again that I think EH is still a good buy. So if you have bought any Ehang after I posted my videos, congratulations. Today, let's talk more about this company. Ehang is a Chinese drone company. So far, it has 4 major applications. 1. Air taxi. 2. Logistic platform. And 3. Smart city management. And 4. Air media. Now let's break down these sectors one by one. First, air taxi. It can take people from point A to point B. Let's say the traffic would take you 1 to 2 hours to go. With this, it can go down to 10 to 15 minutes. Now this is good for such as airports. If you're catching flights, sometimes you're trying to catch a flight and you're stuck at heavy traffic, and you would do anything to get there on time. Emergency, such as medical situation, critical health issue, it's always important to have this. Getting in labor, some people live very far away from hospital, and sometimes baby come before expectation. And VIP service. Maybe you have some important visitors from another country or business partner you want to impress. And also tourism. It can take you to places like mountains or valleys that's usually hard to access. I think there will be more and more this kind of commercial use for air taxi. They have done thousands of safety tests on flying with passengers, so they have received many countries' approval of admission. Number 2, delivery. So Cathy Wood has predicted the future of delivery is drone delivery. It can deliver a pizza with only 17 cents. Imagine right now, you spend $5 to $10 on a pizza delivery or Uber Eats. In a few years, it's only gonna take 17 cents. So I think a lot of business would love to try it. Because e-commerce and food delivery has a much bigger market penetration in China. Most people have usual habit of buying almost everything online. Even without pandemic, the young people order food delivery at least once a day, if not more. I see young people ordering lunch and then afternoon tea and then dinner delivered to the office or their home. This is how often it is they order food delivery online. Most people live in a condo in China. Every time it delivers, the delivery guy has to ring the doorbell and then they have to go downstairs to take it. But the drone in the future might deliver it straight to their balcony. So they don't even need to get out of their pajama to grab their mail or food. I can see this application being explosive in China within the coming years. Now, number 3, smart city management. And the first thing is fire emergency. A drone can carry the water pump in the sky to put off the fire. For forest, and more importantly, for condo. Because people live in condo mostly, so fire is very easy to spread. And the traffic is so bad in many cities. Quite often, you can see the fire truck stuck in the traffic. So it's an invention that can save a lot of people's life. And then there's surveillance. It can protect residential area and business factories and increase the safety for staff and security. And the last one, it's air media. This is a very impressive performance formed by many drones together in the sky to make very beautiful movements. This is good for big events and some advertisements for companies. Now, you may think it would take many years for this kind of technology to be popular. But I can see that once there are some early adapters starting to use it, then they can collect more and more data and the pitfalls so that they can fix it and make more adaptation. And what is speeding up the growth of Ehang now? One, the Chinese government really encouraged this kind of new technology in two ways. They have supportive policy to help new tech startup. And also, they are very early to publish the beta version of the regulation of air taxi called the White Paper on Urban Air Mobility Systems. I think they want to be one of the first ones to launch it so they can quickly collect data and keep improving it after. And while they are making this white paper, Ehang was one of the very few parties there to help make this policy. This is how important Ehang is for air taxi in China. And the second push is the 5G. To be autonomous, they need to have very good connectivity of vehicles to the command and control platforms. And the 5G network is launching in many places. This would really help the adaptation of Ehang. And unlike helicopter, the noise is much less, so it's not really noise polluting the urban environment. So these are pushing the application of Ehang. Let's look at their third quarter report. Now there's an important milestone, which is the margin turning from negative to positive. And they have estimated to have 180% gain in 2021. So that's near triple of 2020. And I won't be surprised if they can actually beat this expectation. I mean, just a fire emergency. I really hope the Chinese government can really have at least one in each major cities to protect the people living in the condo. Let's look at the chart. The company continued going higher, making higher high and higher low, keep going on to different platforms. I think the recent jump is caused by the positive margin and also the estimate of 180% this year and the recent white paper launched in early January. Right now it's gone up a lot already, but I don't think it's so much driven by FOMO or hype. And second, when this push up, I think there are some people who jump in and got trapped here, going down from 29 to 20. That's a 30% loss. And the fact that it can let you go so quickly, it just makes me feel they want to keep going. Right now, it has a support at around $29. If you want to buy in, you can always open a small position and average down or average up. Hopefully, when the market does a correction, it would likely go down a bit too. Right now, I have 1,000 shares and I'm up 45%. But my target is 2,000 shares, so I'll continue adding along the way. When it gets to 29 or below, I'll continue adding slowly. Again, I'm less price sensitive when it comes to baby stocks that I can see that it can grow in the future. Right now, it has a market cap of 1.7 billion. It's still considered a cheap company compared to what it can do in the future. I think this might become the Boeing of China. A lot of the countries would buy it from them. just like many countries would buy their airplane from Boeing. And if you look at the valuation of Boeing, it's 117 billion, and that's because of the pandemic. I think EH is a very fresh company. It's full of possibilities. The biggest limit of this company is really our imagination here. I have a really high expectation on it for the next 5 to 10 years. I would expect it to 5x or 10x, at least. It's a startup, so you do need to understand the risk behind and don't go all in. And don't open a heavy position straight up at front. That's my strategy anyways. But make sure you do your research before you make any investment decisions, as I'm not a financial advisor. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about Ehang? Whether you think it's a good investment, and whether you have bought with me last week. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you can find my video helpful, and make sure you subscribe to my channel and give me a big like. It would help me a lot. Thank you.